So once I did that, once I made my new priority training my brain instead of training my body, that is when things got better. That's when I could connect with people better. That's when I started to get what I wanted out of life. As Charles mentioned, I performed very well at the Toastmasters. I won the district competition, entailing most of the San Jose area. I got to compete for the entire San Francisco Bay Area as one of the top public speakers in my first round of competition. And it was just very rewarding, it substantiated that I was finally starting to win. My dating life got better. I've got a great group of friends now, and I just feel much better about myself, feel much more confident, and I'm just enjoying life the way that it should be enjoyed. And that is what I want to share with all of you. And that's me winning the Toastmasters competition. All right, so how do you think of brain health? Does anyone here know what intelligence is? How would you define it? Charles?
Well, I would say that the orthodox way of looking at intelligence is rational thinking, reason, linear thought, that type of thing. 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay, that's one aspect of it.
I would say you have to have a really, really good memory
Okay,
to be intelligent, to remember everything to be intelligent.
absolutely. Yeah, memory. Memory is a good
High degree of self-awareness.
self-awareness, absolutely.
Problem-solving capability.
Problem-solving capability, absolutely.
Judgment.
There? Judgment? Okay. Yeah, the way I like to sum it all up, and all you had great points, I like to sum it up as aptitude for life. It's not just a narrow academic skill or how well you can perform in taking tests. It's how you can integrate your memory. It's how quickly you can learn and catch on. And that's how all the scientists in today's day and age are starting to define it. More so as your fluid intelligence is what they call it. How fluid you are in using what you have. The studies have shown about 50% of your intelligence is genetically predetermined. So that other 50% is going to be more so your lifestyle and what you engage in. And the information I'm presenting to you today will allow you to maximize that other 50%. You can also think about your brain health in an anatomical sense, such that this frontal lobe right here, the front part of our brain, that's what's one of the things that's so special about being a human being. This is our higher cognitive capabilities lie in our frontal lobe here. This is where we feel senses of motivation. This is where we plan. This is where we have feelings of empathy and sympathy. And a lot of these things that are very special about being humans lies in the activity of this frontal lobe here. So part of being intelligent, part of having a healthy brain, isn't necessarily creating the new connections or making a bigger, better brain, but it's just tapping in to what you already have lying right here. Because if you're stressed out, if you're not leading a healthy lifestyle, then you don't have access to these parts of your brain. So a lot of us are already smart. A lot of us are already capable of having the memory and performing the way we want to. We're just not tapping into it as well as we could be. And also, our hippocampus, part of our brain in this area here, is part pertaining to memory. So I'm going to brush on that as well. Please, come on in. Good to see you, Gabby. You can also think about brain health in terms of the brain dysfunction. You think of Alzheimer's disease, things you can do to prevent this from happening, to delay its progression. And the things that will do this, that will prevent or delay Alzheimer's, are also the things that will help your brain perform better in the meantime as well. So anytime you hear a study pertaining to Alzheimer's, and if you're younger, if it's not where you're at in life, it's still relevant to you, because these same activities that will prevent Alzheimer's, which will keep a brain healthy, will also keep a brain performing better in the meantime as well. We'll also touch on depression and dizziness and car sickness as well throughout this discussion. All right, so there's a total of 8 constituents that it will all play into your brain health to keep it functioning the best that it can. There's your vestibular system. Does anyone know what the vestibular system is? You don't count, Charles. Perfect. counting that no one knows what it is. I've got a good explanation coming up for you. There's motion and ergonomics, what you do with your body in terms of exercise and also just on a regular basis, what you're doing with your bodies right now when you sit and when you stand. Brush on novelty, the proper diet, and these 4 aspects is what I'm going to focus on today. The other 4 aspects, which I will cover in my next brain health talk, are sensory input, your emotional and social well-being, having balance, not physical balance, but a balanced mind,